away.
A 760-foot freighter is headed for an out-of-control collision with a crowded riverfront complex. The 80-ton vehicle, named the Brightfield, has lost engine power in the crowded waters in the port of New Orleans and can't stop. The impact that follows will tear into a hotel and a shopping mall, putting hundreds of people at risk in a path of massive destruction. Earlier that day, tourists Sam and Allison Bono are enjoying their honeymoon in New Orleans. It is their last day in the city, and they are spending it in the Riverwalk Mall, where Sam is shooting home video of their trip. Suddenly, the mall is enveloped in chaos.
You could hear people yelling, "Get out of the mall, get out of the mall," and the first thing I thought was, oh my gosh, a bomb.
Confused and frightened, the Bonos begin searching for a way out. From her position on the mall's top floor, cooking instructor Susan Murphy sees what is about to happen.
I heard a horn blow from a ship, and I looked up and saw the ship coming right for the Riverwalk.
The Brightfield is now only 3 minutes away from slamming into the shore. Frantically, the pilot radios a warning to the Coast Guard.
To Governor Nick, I just lost my engine. Alert everyone in the harbor to watch out.
The crippled freighter careens not only towards the Riverwalk Mall, but also a cruise ship, a packed hotel, and a casino boat jammed with gamblers.
I'm going to hit that damn cruise ship. Call him or do something. I'm going right for him.
The pilot then takes evasive maneuvers, according to Coast Guard Commander Ken Paris.
The pilot called for right full rudder in an attempt to steer away from the pier. He started sounding the emergency horn to warn other boats and people in the area of the impending disaster.
The harbor master comes up with a last-ditch plan.
Okay, you want me to get some tugs? Roger, roger.
He sends them speeding to intercept the onrushing freighter. Before the tugs arrive, however, there is a spark of hope. The Brightfield's crew finally manages to restart her huge diesel. They throw the engine into reverse.
They did what a crew would be trained to do. The process just took too much time.
Moments before impact, in a desperate attempt to further slow down the ship, the pilot drops 2 10-ton anchors. As this footage clearly shows, the maneuver turns the ship, averting a catastrophic head-on collision. With its horn blowing, the Brightfield comes barreling into the dock.
Tell those people to get away. There's people on the dock. Tell them to get away.
The first thing hit is the Hilton Hotel and a parking structure. The freighter has already torn up over 200 feet of the riverfront when it reaches the mall. Instead of running away, Sam Bono runs out onto the dock with his camera. As the ship tears into the dock, Sam is nearly thrown to the ground by the shaking.
The boat had already hit and was moving along the dock and knocking things down.
My first thought was, we've been married 2 weeks and he's running out toward a disaster.
The building shook, tiles were falling, stores were collapsing, and you saw some people injured with blood that had been cut by flying glass. And then when I smelled gas, I knew it was time to get out.
But the horror doesn't end. The big ship still won't stop.
Okay, warn the gambling boat. I'm going right for him.
Yeah, he's going to hit the riverboat now.
Oh my God, look at the people rushing to get off.
Oh, God.
There was only 2 ways to get off the gambling ship, and they could see that coming right towards them.
Finally, the Brightfield comes to a halt, just a few dozen yards from the casino boat.
He ate the dock up.
The hotel collapsed, man. You got the hotel that fell off. Oh, Jesus. They got a mess here.
More than 100 people are injured, but miraculously, no one is killed. The Riverwalk Mall, the Hilton Hotel, and a condominium parking structure are severely damaged. It's a $100 million trail of destruction.
Looking back, I think it's still a little scary. It's exciting, but, you know, just glad nobody got hurt.
I think every time we watch it, my knees get weak again because I think we were right where it hit.
The ensuing investigation reveals that a computer programmed to protect the freighter shut down the engine when it sensed a drop in oil pressure. The Brightfield's bad luck was that this happened at a critical moment in the ship's voyage. The Coast Guard now requires that all vessels be certified in working order before they can enter the crowded waters of the Mississippi. They also require all freighters to have an operating override system that can provide full power on command, a requirement that could have prevented this crash. But the Coast Guard and other Mississippi River pilots credit the Brightfield's pilot with averting even greater damage and potential loss of life. By giving advance warning and using his anchors to turn the vessel, he spared New Orleans what could have been a truly deadly tragedy.